alive.
Alright. People can finally see my face.
Wait, you're gonna put yourself in camera?
Yeah, it's way more easier.
Okay. Oh shit.
It's way more easier. What's up, everybody?
Yo, this is a limited edition episode. Like a
Finally show my face, huh?
word. We need to make like a t-shirt off of like your image just in camera.
Hmm.
Like Cutter face reveal episode.
Let me see.
I was surprised that fucking Titus was like, I can't make it, and I'm just like, just again in camera,
Hmm.
like Cutter face reveal episode.
Yeah, we live though. By the way, I'm sorry, we live.
Oh shit! All right,
It's my fault. Got the Rice Krispies, so it's not mine. I don't eat this because this is have marshmallows in it.
um, would probably be
That's your
fire.
boy. That's your boys.
Ah, okay. No, should I do the intro?
Yeah, I'm count us in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy Longma, and welcome to another episode of Sweat the Critique, where we talk about movies, television, and pop culture events. Up in front of me for the very first time, this is our special face reveal episode, edition.
Edition.
We got Cutter Butter in the building on the A's and V's, and not for you to see.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing?
Man, please clap it up for Cutter showing his face. I wanted y'all
behind the camera because I'm focused on the camera. I really don't can't do a bunch of things at once. I don't like doing a bunch of things at once. So
No, that's a fact. And our boy Titus is out there doing his thing, so he is unable to be with us, but he is here with us
in spirit.
in spirit. I know you were probably wondering where this is, but I'm still here, buddy. I still got it. But yeah, Cutter, tell us, how are you doing now that we can see your face and like register your emotions?
Doing alright, man. Can't complain, man. I'm working on a film. Working on a bunch of films actually. I'm really into this one film that I'm working on. That I'm writing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yo, let me tell y'all something, bro. Please, please use Chat GBT. I know people are very frightened by AI. The older crowd, but I think Chat GBT
Mm-hmm.
is, for me, basically you can now become a one-man army in a lot of um like things as far
Fields.
as like writing,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Like I feel like it would, well, I would love to have like a writing team one day. Like
Yeah.
you go to a specific area, kind of like where Trey Parker and Matt,
Yeah.
them, they go and
I've always wanted
yeah, I
that,
always
just to be
wanted
able
to do
to
that.
like
I
sit
always
and
wanted to do
write
that.
something
Yeah,
together as a group.
yeah, absolutely. But if you don't have that, if you don't have it, if you're up and coming, if you're a person who don't have the means, Chat GBT is absolutely perfect. And it's funny because um a few weeks ago I was trying to I was trying to do a shot list.
Yeah.
And I'm not good with doing manual shot lists. Like I know there's a lot of people that's like really fucking gifted at that. I'm not that type of person, right? So I was trying to find different softwares to use. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
um this one person put me onto Studio Binder, and I use I use Studio Binder from time.
Yeah.
Used to use Studio Binder, and it's perfect.
Yeah.
Like it's really good.
Has a lot of good options.
But it's expensive. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's always the
So,
catch.
so I was like, damn. So one day I was just like, let me go to ChatGPT. And I went on ChatGPT and I said, look, okay, I gave them the script and I asked them, can you take this and make a shot list for me? And it did. It made an entire shot list in 2 seconds.
Wow.
And it's like you can and it's like if you don't like what they give you, you can manual, you know what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely. You can.
remove this, remove 2A. Like they break it down in such good, like it's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I was like,
Absolutely.
you know, and it has really got me to think it's like, man, like we really have technology where, you know, if you want a personal assistant, if you want someone to break down your budget, if you want somebody to break down all these things, like ChatGPT is right there, bro. And it's 20. And if you want something like even a storyboard, um, Larice told ChatGPT to do a whole storyboard for him, and you know, it wasn't like the greatest, but it was just like wow, like it
It got
actually
it
was trying to
done.
figure out what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? And he liked it,
Yeah.
and I was like, man, like that's like, especially for independent people, like you, because a lot of there's a lot of people out here who's just like those jobs, like oh, let me give me $80 an hour, like give me $100 an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like
Absolutely.
it's like crazy.
No, I get that. I just got ChatGPT. I mostly have been using it to just make like weird images, either of myself or just weird images,
Yeah.
and and I mean weird like artistic, not weird like we need to call the police on you. Um, but like I told you, I wrote. Well, I had pitched like two really dumb ideas to it just to have it just to test it out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
The first one was the kid who's bullied so much, like he goes to like a different dimension because it's like he's being beat to death, right?
Yeah.
And he meets a demon, and he asks for the demon to give him the power to get his revenge on his bullies, but like in return, the demon constantly is feeding on his happiness, so he can achieve what he wants, but he won't be able to enjoy it, and he just lives like this fucked up life.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the other idea I had was just like the two vampires that time travel from like the future, and they go bite Jesus and the Buddha just to change how like humanity would have become in those directions.
Okay.
And it gave me like some interesting just, you know, directions to take with it. It told me like, oh, within these pages establish this kind of interaction. And within these pages, this is where you should have this be, this is what the characters are going to be like. It was really really, you know, it's really convenient.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's absolutely convenient because like these are ideas that you should normally jump to. It just like it moves a bit faster,
Mm-hmm.
and then like you don't necessarily have to work with what it gives you. You can think, well, that's okay, but what else can I do? And from there, like, you could probably have like a better idea of where you would want to go
Mm-hmm.
based off of like what the AI itself comes up with on its own, and it makes you have to like really sit and think,
Yeah.
and it doesn't stop you from being like your natural creative self. It's just it thinks away something that you don't necessarily need, or maybe it does think what you necessarily need so you can get to the next point.
Mm-hmm.
It changes the amount of time required to focus.
Yes. Absolutely. That's what it does for me. I go on um when I'm writing. Sometimes I will like if I want to feel like if I want to get a little like symbolic, but I want to stay within the realms of something being like realistic. That's why I definitely call it ChatGPT. Like it gives me like knowledge on a certain thing. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
okay, I can use that. You know?
absolutely. You know, all right, chat. So I had been proposing ideas for Sweat the Critique for like a minute, And after using ChatGPT, that might actually have enhanced something. And it's not about like being creative in a serious sense.
Mhm.
I had proposed we do like this game I called Writer's Room,
Okay.
where we would get like a list of genres,
Mhm.
a list of like story types, characters, and all these things. And we would come up with a story by like randomly selecting all those things and be like, okay, this is the kind of story we could tell.
Mhm.
Initially, before even downloading ChatGPT, I was thinking we would just do that like as a group of like creative writer
Mhm.
friends just to do that. But then like you could even do that with ChatGPT.
Yeah.
You could literally just be like, okay, I want this, 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 boom, make a story with like using these things.
Mhm.
And like, we got like so many bounds for creativity, bro.
Yeah.
Like, we out as creatives, as like artistic individuals. It's like it's very limitless. All you have to do is throw the ingredients in the pot and just turn up the heat.
Yeah.
AI is that heat, bro.
Nah, yeah, yeah. It's very it's crazy the world we're in right now.
Hell yeah, man.
And I honestly I feel like we're not taking advantage of it.
Well, people are still in that place where they feel sorry for those who get their ideas stolen from.
Mhm.
And I totally get that. I absolutely get it. And I would never justify it. I can only point out, though, that art does tend to progress when things do get stolen and someone else runs with it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that's just kind of like what history has provided for.
Mhm.
Music has evolved like that. Stories that we know have already evolved like that. They would be all over the world, and then boom, like something else comes in and changes it.
So are you kind of on the AI train now? Or?
I mean, I was never against it. I feel bad for those who don't get like the credit that they need,
Yeah.
but you know,
Why you say that? What that have to do with AI?
well, it's just because like part of what AI does is just it thinks from the generalized place of things that we can say we understand from, Wi-Fi and the internet around us. All these things that, are they exist.
Mhm.
And from where you're sitting, you can just basically like tether whatever it is and you can pull it together and create something new out of the ideas and the thoughts of people all over the world, bro.
In a sense, yeah. In a sense, yeah. But like when I go at ChatGPT, it don't seem like it's pulling from people. It seems like it's pulling from um like just like articles or facts. I don't see what you're seeing.
No, I'm saying that on like the generalization of AI itself, not just ChatGPT.
Okay.
Like, you can make images in the style of like a certain artist.
Oh, that okay, yeah, yeah, okay, okay, okay. That's what you're talking about. Okay.
Yeah. But like as far as like using ChatGPT, as far as like, us coming up with stories and things like that and writing it down, I'm all for that. I'm all for like the efficiency that it provides. Hell, um there was an AI that was put into like a brain implant that this lady was given because she couldn't speak. And the brain implant allows her to be able to speak now.
Mm,
I think like it has like a speaker that has like a digitized version of her voice. So
mm.
all she has to do is think what she would be saying and like it's said for her. So,
I like shit like that, man.
hell yeah.
I like shit like that. I just yeah, like I said, bro. Yeah, my thing is like I feel like people like I was trying to tell because my I get a lot like when I talk about AI, especially to older people, they always have this thing. Well, if AI takes over, then it takes a lot of jobs, and I don't feel like that's exactly the case. I don't think. I think people. I think the. I think the. I think. I think the. I think that's the problem, especially with older people. Like it's like, well, I don't know the internet. I don't know how to use it. I don't know how to do this. I don't know
Yeah,
how to do that. Well, you have to adapt. You know what I'm saying?
absolutely.
Like you can't like if you was born if like look at the people that was born in a certain time and then having to what I'm saying is 60 or 50 in the fucking what 30s or 40s or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They had to
That's the
adapt. You know
fact.
what I'm saying? Like I just don't
Absolutely.
understand. I just don't understand that concept that um people people are saying how
It's just, when something comes about, there's always going to be like a bad version or like a bad thing that comes from it existing,
yeah
and not understanding how to maneuver when that happens, you know,
yeah
and like bad things always are going to happen. And when you don't know how to maneuver, you can end up, homeless, you could die, you could get
you know
sick.
how AI is supposed to be like a bad thing. What is the bad thing about AI?
I guess because it becomes like one of those things where the understanding of how to monetize this action, whatever, drastically changes when the less of the human element is required. Because then it's like, if you get a machine to do this, I don't need to pay you as much because all you're doing is just moving your fingers.
But what are these jobs? Like, what are these jobs? Do these jobs actually control most of the country? Like these jobs that we're losing. I think these jobs is eventually going to get replaced anyway. You
Oh
know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like it's not like, oh, AI. Like you should be like, okay, AI is coming, something is coming. Let me try to figure out where can I adapt and where can I think, instead of like, oh, I wanna stay at this job until I'm 65 and then I get the you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
and it's like, oh, because
Well,
it was someone I was, I used to talk to, and um she went to school for computer engineering because she knew that eventually you know what I'm saying, she gonna need that to survive. You know what I'm saying? Like
absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? Like she knew that she's gonna need these things, like to be able to program and do other things and stuff like that. Not saying that necessarily. Like I think like the jobs that they're talking about as far as like, security, I think security is gonna be here for a very long time. I don't think it's gonna be obsolete. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people are going to trust robots as much as they think they're going to trust robots. You know what I'm
Yeah. People still need to watch the old folks.
saying? Yeah. I,
Garbage still needs to get taken care of.
yeah. I think those things, well, as far as like old folks, maybe not. Robots may.
So you
Cause
want to have an old person get yanked up like this, and then they just wipe their ass like that. Support me, dog.
now, but I think jobs like that is going to be obsolete. And I think it's because, I don't think people in the future is going to want to have jobs like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Those jobs are going to be for either people who are for migrants who's migrating here,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying, or it's for people, or it's for robots.
I could
Um,
definitely see, like, I don't know, nanobot sized like flooding robots that function like toilet tissue.
yeah,
So they could just fly inside you and clean your shit out.
yeah. Nah, word. That would be crazy.
Yeah, if that was the case, niggas would definitely be like, "Nah, I don't care about the money. My ass is literally getting wiped."
Hell yeah, yeah. Like I think some of these jobs that people are saying are, and it's like, you know, you're gonna want humans that are paying taxes and paying thing want these jobs. You're not gonna want a bunch of robots that ain't doing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
but not really taking care of the society. Like unless we go into like some complete like different system. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you know the only other issue is like you still have like the environment to worry about because like I'm sure Chat GBT requires like those water plants to help cool the systems,
Mm-hmm.
and I know like it makes the water like all toxic and shit as well.
No, but yeah, I'm excited for the future.
Oh, me too,
Yeah,
bro.
I'm definitely
Me
excited
too, bro. We out, bro. We out.
for the future. No worries. Oh, so you want to get into you going to see Sinners?
Oh yeah, yeah. All right, so I saw Sinners. Uh, I appreciated it. You know, I saw what there was to like about it. I have my gripes, but like that's me. Like, um, I didn't really like the cinematography that much. It was okay, but it wasn't picturesque. It was just like it was efficient to capture what was there, but like we've seen better.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the editing got really choppy sometimes, and it kind of just makes things really disorientating, and you don't really capture the authenticness of like the actor's performance because they'll just keep chopping shit up instead of like letting a scene go forward.
Mm. Where did you see that the most?
I know more so like in the beginning, like when they go pick up the second car in the bushes,
Yeah.
they'll like keep just chopping things up like way more. And I really wish movies nowadays would just hold a scene
Mm.
and just let the actors act
Mm.
and like let it look a little bit more real in that
I
sense.
do think this movie, the reason it got pushed back was because yeah, I think there was some problems maybe in the production room.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Um,
Um,
but
I did appreciate the story. I
yeah,
appreciated that story.
no, absolutely, absolutely.
And this movie was definitely more so reliant on that because the story was really like the best part of the film.
Mm.
Um, the acting, Michael B. Jordan, he is still very much Michael B. Jordan, but you know, you get an E for effort.
So you didn't give him points for playing two people?
I felt like he kind of had like a few moments where he could be a little bit more gentle or a little bit more sinister, but
Right.
there is still like a moment, especially like at that train station where I feel like I'm seeing Michael B. Jordan again instead of one of the brothers.
Okay.
And I wished like there was a veil of knowing who this character is. And at times I felt like it just I didn't see it, and I felt like Terrence Howard could have easily played that role. And not that his accent is something we can all avoid and make it almost seem like it's too easy for him to do,
Yeah.
but it would have I would have been less distracted from like the performance had it been like him,
Oh, that's a good thing to get into before after you think like who could have played
the role.
Frankenstein.
Oh yeah.
Well, so okay, so but you like the rest of the people, right?
Yeah. I came there to see Delroy Lindo and Jack O'Connell. Delroy Lindo, he's a black all star, obviously.
Mm.
I think he's like in his 70s right
Yeah,
now.
he's 72 now.
Dude did like a fantastic, I guess Piedmont style or Delta style. It's Delta style blues. That's what it was. And it was fun. It was fun. And the kid who was like the new shit.
Canton,
I think yeah, it's Canton.
Sammy
Yeah.
was well, he's Sammy in the movie.
Well, Sammy, he did his thing. He did his thing. Um,
Yeah,
it,
he practiced with her because he used to go on tour with her when he was 16.
wow.
On tour,
Okay.
and that's his real voice too.
Oh, that's good. I'm iffy about blues music being sung nowadays,
Where you
and
say
that
that?
just because it feels so polished.
Mm,
If you listen to like these real records, they sound they're not they're dirty,
mm-hmm.
but it's like a good kind of dirty. It feels very rich with like a personality.
He kind of said that at the end, right?
Yeah.
They kind of said that in the end. I think it was Stack.
Yeah, when they meet up with Buddy Guy's cameo,
Yeah.
I was surprised to see Buddy Guy. I was like, Buddy Guy, what in the hell are you doing here?
Mhm.
But like when you hear people do like old songs for like a period piece, it sounds way too polished. If you listen to the original recordings or like at least older recordings, they're very earthy. They're very grounded. You feel like the struggle that people had to go through and know that the access to the technology gives it a particular flavor,
Yeah.
and it just doesn't work when it's like overly polished. Give it some flaw. Use that idea of wabi sabi. That's when there's perfection in the imperfections.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what. That's one thing that they needed. I did appreciate hearing Wang Dang Doodle. Yo, that was my shit.
What the hell is that?
We gonna do Wang Dang Doodle all night long.
What the hell? When they do that?
They did that. Honestly, I think right before like they actually get the juke joints like popping.
Oh, okay,
Like
okay.
there's a little montage,
Oh, okay.
and they start playing Wang Dang Doodle. At first, I thought they were playing Smokestack Lightning because I'm like, oh, but they're one of those blues songs that just sound alike. Um,
I want to see Buddy got play perform live. I heard he had got like a bunch of like Chicago places.
hell yeah, he was the original Chirac artist, bro.
Hmm. That's hilarious. So what? All right. So what are the things that you liked about the film?
Well, I also liked Jack O'Connell. He was intimidating. I wasn't intimidated by what went on, but I think I believed him playing the role he played.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it was really just that. Like they had good monologues. Delroy Lindo in the car talking about the lynching.
Yo, yeah, that was my favorite scene. And my other favorite scene, I know you don't really like the cinematography, but I like the cinematography when they pick up Sammy
Yeah,
and Stack. I mean, not Stack and Smoke. So they kind of like outlined a little bit, like they out of focus.
yeah. The shallow
Yeah,
focus.
shallow focus, and then you see like Candace like more like in focus. I love that's my favorite. That's my favorite shot in the whole movie.
I
Probably
would.
my favorite shot in the whole movie. Like I thought that was like they smoked that.
I think like the blocking definitely was good. Blocking is where you tell your actor where to be on camera.
Yeah,
And it was just they allowed for a lot of good dynamics, especially when you see like the cross in the background or the amount of orange lights to show like this sense of fire or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was good. I didn't like that scene with the. Oh, what do you think about that scene that everybody's talking about with the different mixtures of
Culture.
cultures?
I mean, I get it. It was a very interesting surreal concept.
Mm.
Visually, I know I could have seen it done better, but I appreciated what they were going for.
What threw me off was the turntables, the twerking. Felt like it was a bit too much. Felt like they could have just kept the electric guitar,
Yeah.
electric guitar was a really good touch, and the African dancing. I feel like they should have just left that. You know what I'm saying? Just gave us that a little bit more.
Yeah,
And then it kind of throws it off with like the Chinese because they're not really involving music. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
To be honest with you, they're just involving the Chinese dance. I just thought it was a bit too much. And I thought the movement of that whole situation was a bit too commercial. Like it was just
We're
like
trying to show you I could do music videos. It's like,
yeah,
nigga,
it's too much made for TV. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a film.
yeah.
This is a film. I want to see a film. When the second time I went to go see it, it wasn't really that bad, but still, I feel like um they could have like did less. Like I feel like less was more in that situation.
I get that. I think what it was is just supposed to highlight our crowning achievements within culture in a very, very grounded up, like si- grounded up way. And it was just like, okay, we have the impact of like the electric guitar and like the bass getting like really funky, and
Hmm.
we have the impact of disc scratching, and then we have the impact of twerking on culture, where like these things were like
Well, that's a negative impact for twerking. Twerking is a negative impact. I don't think it's like a good one.
I don't know if it's so much twerking being a negative impact, but there being a negative because of how people there are some people who don't know how to just see it as just a dance, and they'll really take it more than what it is depending on the situation.
You
And
think it's a dance? Do you really think it's just a dance? I don't think it's just a dance.
I mean, I look at it as just like it's I don't know if it's ancestral, but like it was inspired by like the mapuka dance, or style.
Yeah, but
I think because Mapuka was much more like to me like a style, and I think twerking is just like we're gonna make sure it's much more sexualized.
yeah, so it's not the same. I
Well,
feel like the Mapuka was that like an event where people got dressed and they twerked, or was it just like you know like a ballet they put on a tutu, they put on a thing,
yeah.
like was Mapuka like that?
Uh, I don't think it was. I think it was just more like a cultural or maybe a tribal thing specifically.
Okay,
And
this is not tribal.
no,
This
but it's
is,
just
you know what
like
I'm saying like because twerking women just put on. Sometimes they twerk with nothing on. They just twerk. Like, twerk with absolutely fucking nothing, trying to make money from men or whoever enjoys that.
yeah, the male gaze. Um, well, I think well, obviously, I know how the male gaze works, and it can definitely be like a negative thing, but I think they were just trying to say like this is just a part of that.
Well, I mean, if you because you're saying that it's a cultural impact, and I'm saying like, well,
It wasn't a
it's a
positive.
yeah, it's not really a positive cultural impact. So putting that in a movie just made it seem too much. Like it made it seem too much. Like when you go in there, you see the girl twerking, and you see guys with white tees. Like he's trying to display like the Oakland culture. It's just too much. Like what you're doing right now is just way too much because it's like a period piece. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like you know what I'm saying. It doesn't really go along with what's going on. Like you just like for me, I just thought you were just throwing a bunch of shit in there.
I mean, he was. It's not like you saw any Egyptians there walking around.
Yeah,
It was just like, okay, we have general West African aesthetic here. We have I think the Beijing opera with Subu Kong dancing around. Um, I forgot the person that had like what's it called? It's not the Veve. Uh, well, there was someone dancing in like a tribal outfit, and you can't see their face, but they're doing like that heel dance.
yeah.
Like it was just kind of a very small amalgamation of culture, just tightly packed together like in a tuna can.
It just didn't do nothing. That's the only problem. Like, if you're going to, if like if you're gonna do something like that, um, uh, why don't you introduce kind of like how? Now, I'm not saying House of Horror like introduce things, but like House of Horror seemed like it was like a movie that was like they had like those type of transitions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like music, and also showing you something that's just symbolic to what the movie is. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like I just felt like it didn't make no fucking sense. Like you know what I'm saying about bugging? Like
I mean, I get what you're saying. I think part of it is just like the metaphor of what music visually uh, has created
hmm
and innovated for, whether it be like the artistic expression of the Beijing opera, whether it be the evolution of rock music with our, you know, our prowess with the guitar, or even spinning the record to chop up and scratch, uh, whether it be um, whether it be like the twerking, it's all very circular about how this all comes from the music of these cultural figures, mostly, the black man, but the person who is like the Orpheus, the person who has the music is able to create all these things just because they played the music. They created a whole world, and that's what like the devil was able to see just because of like there's something within his music that could bring all of these things together. And then you kind of see that when what's his face comes back at the very end to talk to Buddy Guy,
yeah,
because it's clear like he's still into music,
yeah,
but he's just a vampire now.
yeah.
And I don't know. It's just, again, to me, it's just like this encompassing things that come from what music started out as, and made possible. We thought about what music makes us want to do and makes us feel.
Again, I get what you're saying. I just feel like they didn't display that.
Oh yeah, they
What they're
can't.
saying and what they displayed are just like completely different.
Yeah, they can only get so much. They really only could get so much.
I know, but they could have did that way better. It could have been done way better.
Yeah, I
You know what I'm
agree.
saying? Like, um, so
I definitely agree because it was it was all over the place, and it's just Ryan Coogler, you know the F Gary Gray stand-in.
the F. Gary Green standing.
Yeah,
I think the thing is, especially after this movie, I feel like Ryan Coogler actually made like an imprint of, like he was like, okay, this is I'm
he,
like
he made a
for now
lane.
on, huh?
He made a lane.
Not a lane. He just like, okay, from now on, I'm going to experiment more, and it's exactly what he did, and I feel like he did a really good job experimenting on this movie. He created like a story about this blues who had this like adventure of basically fighting the devil. The devil was trying to get his music from him, you know.
Absolutely, with elements of Afrofuturism.
Yeah.
That's also part of what, well, obviously part of the music was Afrofuturism, but yeah, it was definitely a good. It was a good look for Ryan.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, good job, Ryan.
Absolutely.
I know. No, you're gonna get like another complicated film or more complicated series to work with.
Oh, the X Files.
Yeah, he's gonna get X Files, BX
I
Files.
hate, bro. I hated X Files so much, man.
I want to watch it
I heard
again.
that music. Oh my god, it's turned it off. I was scared to child.
Really?
I hated that music, bro.
I get that.
That shit was so daunting.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah, bro.
I couldn't get into it just because, like, when it came out, I was a kid, so nothing about it really made sense. But I want to check it out just to get like a real understanding of like aliens and cops, because that just that sounds weird.
Okay, so who do you? Alright, so we're gonna name a few people, and we go back and forth
Yeah,
of people do you think that could have played Smoking Stack? So you said Terrence Howard.
yeah,
Start with Terrence Howard.
yeah. And maybe it's a little too easy, but like the one thing with Michael B. Jordan is like I don't see him fully jumping into a character of somebody else, and I see that character separately. I always see Michael B. Jordan as Michael B. Jordan. And when his accent just kind of slipped away for a bit, I was like, okay, I see Michael B. Jordan now. And Terrence Hurt.
But did you see? But the thing is though, right? Did you see the distinction between the twins?
Oh yeah,
You gotta give him credit for that though. You know what I'm saying?
I saw that. I still felt like he was like working at 75% capacity.
I mean, but that's his first time playing two people though. You know what I'm saying? It's not
No,
like he played two people before, or it's not like he's like Robert De Niro or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
he's like 40, 50 years in the game. This nigga is 37 and his first time playing two people.
Well, next time he gonna get 38.
It's hilarious. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I know you didn't like them, but you could at least give him some credit of playing two people. But you said Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
What make you pick Terrence Howard first?
Uh, cause he already has like this southern suaveness that can get dirty in the right way if need be. I could believe him being in a soldier, like being in a war, without him like getting jacked.
Mm-hmm.
He just has that intimidating presence, and then we've seen him being able to be soft and able to be warm as well. Like I could see Terrence being both like a sinister guy
Mm-hmm.
and like someone who means well and causes destruction around them.
Mm-hmm. That's a good pick. That's a good pick. Me, Columbus Short.
Oh hell yeah!
Columbus Short. I
Absolutely.
feel like could have definitely been Smoking Stack. And for one, because of Cadillac Records.
Oh yeah, of course.
Hey, Cadillac Records. And oh, this is side to point. That new movie Drop, I think it's called Drop, that came out.
Hmm.
Bro, the main character has to play Nathan Drake from Uncharted. Like, I can see it. I can see it. So if y'all see Drop, the the dude that she's on a date with, I feel like that should be Nathan Drake. But yeah, the reason why I picked my first pick is probably Columbus Short is because Cadillac Records, of course, and
Yeah,
I just felt like he could have bodied that role. I feel like he could have really, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I agree.
do you think he would have done a better job than Michael B. Jordan? Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. I really liked Michael B. Jordan performance. This is my first movie that I ever liked a Michael B. Jordan performance. It just felt like him. You know what I'm saying? It felt like this is like the role that he should play because it had action. You know what I'm saying? He had actual dialogue. You know what I'm saying? He was
Yeah,
actually playing with two different things. But I think Columbus Short could have gave him a run for his money.
I do too.
Absolutely.
I agree. And it's funny that you speak of Cadillac Records because like my next person would be Yasin Bey, aka Mr. Mos Def.
Think
I
I seen Bay would have did it?
I think he could have did it.
Better than Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah, I honestly feel like he does take the time to commit to roles like that. You know, naturally he's.
Be that would be Marshall. I'm not gonna hold you. That would be a very. It would probably be a liability. And the only reason why I say it'd be a liability because Yassine Bey has never really proved himself as like a serious acting role.
I don't. I mean, I think he's tried. It's just like they. It was never like crossover appeal, but I don't know if like this would be out of his range to not be able to, pull it off. Like him
I mean, he could
as
do Chuck Berry.
yeah, him as fucking Thug Nificent is like one of the most hilarious things. I mean, not Thug
Mm,
Nificent. Uh, what's his face from the Boondocks?
Gangsta-licious.
Yeah, Gangstalicious.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
how you compare that to how you compare that to this role though?
it's just all about character acting.
I mean, he probably, I don't know. It would be a huge risk. Like I know there's probably people like 10 more people that probably be better than Yassine Bey. But with Terrence Howard, it's probably like it's not a lot because you see them in small roles, you see him in big roles, you see him in main roles, you see him like
Oh
he
yeah,
can take he can take he can take charge of a screen. That's what I loved about Michael B. Jordan because he actually took charge of his screen time. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I mean, you can't. I mean, you can't beat Delroy Lindo, of course,
Oh
right?
no.
But like for what he did, especially for his like most main scenes, he did pretty good. Especially that last scene. Last scene was very satisfying. You know what I'm saying? And he's taking that last puff while he sees Annie and she's in heaven with the baby.
Oh yeah.
That was a good scene, bro.
Hell
And
yeah.
I like and I just like the way they made him look. Like he looked like he may not maybe had like the voice, but he definitely had the look. You know what I'm saying? That's what I loved about the film. But who else?
I was over here thinking about when he shot him with the Tommy gun at the end.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that was satisfying.
It's a, it's a
That was definitely satisfying.
I was weak. Chat, I was weak in the movie theater. I think people started laughing after I started laughing, but as soon as
Mm.
that dude got shot, I could not stop laughing.
I wonder who would have been. Let's see.
Um, what's his face? I mean, not to say that um it would be necessary, but like one of the guys from like The Wire or Cadillac Records, the dude that played Howlin' Wolf, he could have easily been in this, but
Problem he's too old. That's the problem. Cause he's probably Jeffrey Wright's age.
maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
I
That's the
mean,
problem. He's a little bit too old.
hell, Jeffrey Wright could have been in this. The whole,
Bro.
yo, he really.
I could have played Delroy Lindo. He would have smoked that. I know he would have smoked that. He would have smoked that too. Like Delroy Lindo. He probably it was Delroy Lindo character.
Oh
His
yeah.
name.
Uh, it's like something Charleston or something.
Yeah, he would have smoked that too.
Of course.
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to think.
Some people were saying Jonathan Majors could have played it.
I
I could
mean,
see Jonathan Majors playing that role to be honest.
Jonathan Majors already was doing his, his twin roles, but we didn't get to see how dynamic it was.
Mm.
Shout out to the Avengers. You tried, buddy.
Okay.
Yeah, he tried to be a Kang. Oh
I feel like they should have had Jonathan Majors play Killmonger. To this day, bro. To this day, man. I feel like he would have did a way better King.
so is this your King?
It's your King, nigga. Should have called him a nigga. Uh,
That's your nigga King. Imagine they said that shit. Yeah, I would be weak if they said that. Oh man. Sorry, I'm trying to find the cast too. All right. cornbread. Anybody could have been cornbread.
Everybody could play cornbread.
Yeah.
He did a really good job.
Oh yeah. Omar Benson Miller. Like, you're cool people. But hell, fucking Anthony Anderson could have been cornbread.
He's just too old, and that's crazy to say. Like he's just too old.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Omar Benson look young. I think he's the same age as Anthony Anderson too.
He's 46.
That's crazy.
Yo, his birthday is 2 days after mine.
That's crazy.
That is hilarious. He's from Anaheim? Wow.
Oh, Anthony Anderson, 54.
Well, damn.
Damn, bro, that's crazy. You think is old as fuck.
Word, you got some old niggas.
Trying to think who would be a. Trying to think who could have played Smokestack. Um, it's hard as hell.
Pause. Um, what's I was about to say, nigga from Everybody Hates Chris, but not him.
Hell no.
Tyler, you not that,
Hell
buddy.
no.
You would probably be worse than Michael B. Jordan. Um,
That would have been funny if he was the nigga that they threw out and he
yeah,
wasn't a thing.
yes.
That shit would have been hilarious. They should have had him at that.
Yeah, I could definitely see him. It's like,
Bad
come
niggas
on,
was like,
guys, let me back in.
bad niggas was like everybody's knocking on the door.
Yeah,
Everybody get mauled by the fucking. That should
vampires.
be hilarious. They should have did that shit. That shit would have been funny. I would
Yeah,
have did that shit.
I would be weak.
Hmm.
Um, damn. What what about John David Washington?
Hell no. That nigga can't act for shit, man.
I'm dead.
I
I'm really
would
dead.
have definitely got his father over him.
That would have been funny if Denzel was like, yeah, I'll do it. Whatever. No big deal.
um,
The most New York sounding Mississippi. Mississippi.
yo, bro.
I would have been weak. Like, where's
My
that?
man Denzel's the first nigga to bring New York to a fucking Roman film.
Yo, I was weak. He's like, come on. We're peoples. We're good. Come on. Hug me. Hug it out. Good, 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 good. You can't fuck with the truth. um, who else? What about the the other nigga from your favorite episode of from the Fighting Vipers episode?
Ooh. I think they both could have did it.
Yeah,
Anthony Mackie?
yeah.
Anthony Mackie could have did it.
I would appreciate Anthony Mackie trying that role
He's from
out.
the South too, right?
Yeah, he's from Louisiana.
Yeah, he's from the South.
Yo, Anthony Mackie, where the fuck is your accent at, buddy?
Probably been here too long. Probably been up north too long. And the other dude could have did it.
Oh yeah,
What's his name? Brian.
I thought it was like Othello or something.
Yeah, I'm about to watch Striking Vipers tonight. Yo, bro, I'm thinking about getting an iPad just to watch that shit, man.
I'm weak. That is hilarious.
Let me see. Who is this? Let's see, Striking Vipers. What's his nigga name?
Yes.
Shout out to Aronde, bro. When he showed me this fucking episode, man. Oh, Ya Abdul Mateen.
Yeah, yeah, Abdul
Yeah,
team. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, I think he could have did a good job too. Oh, they the same age. Him and Michael B. Jordan.
That's smart.
But nah, that was not a lot of people. It's not a lot of people that could play that role. But like I said, shout out to my I'm about to say Martin Luther King.
No, shout out to Martin Luther King.
Shout out to that old ass nigga, man.
Yo, I'm
Shout out to
crying.
Michael B. Jordan, man. You did a really good job, bro. Forget all the haters and what Marshall say, man. You did a good job, man. My
Yo,
brother.
shout out to Michael B. Garbage, my nigga.
Michael B. Michael B. Garbage. That's hilarious. Um, yeah, nah, but nah, Sinners. Titus loves. I knew Titus gonna love Sinners, man. I knew he was gonna love that movie, bro.
Yeah,
It's entertaining. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't say it's not entertaining. It's a very entertaining movie.
yeah,
I'm gonna ask the same question that do you think this movie is gonna be a classic?
no.
What about a cult classic?
Uh, yeah, I can see it as a cult classic, but I don't see it as like a classic. Absolutely not.
Did
Okay.
you see it 70 millimeter?
Uh, I think I saw like the RBX.
RBX. Okay.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, okay.
Oh, you saw that Regal.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
yeah. I was at the Regal on Houston.
okay. Nah, it's that movie. That movie is good.
Where, man?
Um,
Yo, bro, you had a whole thing that you've been trying to do for like weeks, bro.
like what?
The AI the the tier list thing.
Yo, bro, I've been trying to do that shit for forever. I can't do it today. Can't do it today because um I have to do something after 8. But we gonna I'm gonna sit down. Damn, you're not gonna be here. So we're gonna save it for the Sunday after that.
Okay.
We're gonna save it for that. We're gonna
All
save it
right.
for that. Most definitely we're gonna do it.
I'm sorry, guys. I won't be here next week. I have things I have to do, but I'll be around.
Important guy, man.
But so I watched one of the most disturbing films I've watched in a long time.
What's that?
It's called In a Glass Cage.
Is this in the 50s again?
It
They always watch movies from the fucking 50s, bro.
No, I think this was in the 80s or the 90s,
Oh,
probably the
thank God.
90s.
Okay, all right. Now I'm interested. Niggas say, oh, we watched that. Oh, 1935. Fucking Walter wasn't even thought of.
So, In a Glass Cage is basically what you would think of if a Nazi went to hell. Okay, it's 1986.
Okay.
And this particular Nazi was also uh edophile
Mm,
and specifically for young boys. So like he he tries to kill himself but
okay.
ends up in an iron lung, which they call the glass cage. And one of the kids that actually escaped from him
Mm,
finds him and puts him through the exact torture that he received as a kid from the same guy.
yeah.
And it's really fucked up. It's it's
Kind
fucked
of
up.
remind me of like Clockwork Orange and some shit like that. Because they did shit like that, like rape and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. And people, it's on Tubi. If you feel like watching a foreign movie, it takes place in Spain during, well, obviously after World War II. But it's Christ, it's really fucked up. It's one of those films that reminds you to feel shit and to, you know, you're not looking for any happy endings here.
Mm,
You're just looking for something that, gets your brain moving and your blood working and just your emotions just working,
I think
basically.
we should do that every weekend, every week.
Just watch like a fucked up movie.
No, 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 no. Like recommend movies.
Oh yeah, me
I have a
absolutely.
bunch of movies I want to. I need y'all to go see. Listen, I know Sinners is a huge film right now. It's a huge film. It just passed its mark as far as like what the budget of the film versus how much it's making. It's making I think 160. I think it made already 160 million dollars, which is fantastic. Congrats.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's expected to go to 300 million globally, which is insane. Um, understand Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan have been in together billion-dollar films, which is unheard of. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would think when you think about black directors actor combo, you think Spike Lee and Denzel Washington,
Mm-hmm.
right? And they didn't even do it. You know what I'm saying? So
That's a
it's like
fact.
gotta give them props for that. However, there's some really good films out there. One of them is on becoming a guinea fowl. Amazing international film. Um, it's somewhere in West Africa, right? That's somewhere in West Africa, right?
I believe so.
I think it takes place specifically in a not in Guinea, or I think it takes place somewhere else actually.
Let me
Um,
see.
uh,
You said the guinea fowl.
yep, on becoming a guinea fowl. Bro, that movie is that movie is perfect. Um,
Yep, country in West Africa.
and a it's about a woman who loses her uncle, and basically throughout the movie you learn like secrets appear, and you learn the actual, and as all of this is happening, they have like this like they have basically getting ready for the funeral and something else. I don't want to mention that, but it's a really really good movie. um Also, um I recommend people go see Superboys of Maglagown. Fantastic movie. It's a coming of age movie about this guy, this boy, it was a teenager in India,
Mm-hmm.
who makes like his first basically his first film. It's really good, bro. It's really good, bro. I mean, it was one scene, bro. I cried like a fucking bitch, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I cried like I never cried like that on the film before. Like it was crazy, bro.
Damn.
Yeah, it's really good, bro. Really, really good film I've seen.
Cut her tears in the chat.
uh, and definitely I know Magazine Dreams is getting like blacklisted. You know what I'm saying, due to all this stuff. But watch that film too. It's really good, man.
Yeah,
Really, really good. Really,
like
really good film.
my what's his face? His weird looking face.
The reason why I like that film so much because I've never seen a film like it's like a reverse Precious kind of. It's like this bodybuilder who is just like this who's very parasocial.
Yeah.
It's so good, bro. It's so good.
You think they could be a combined universe for Magazine Dreams and Precious?
The only reason why I call it that is because like it's just a bunch of bad shit but so throughout the whole fucking movie, bro. And like and like he's not like as far as like character wise, he's a piece of shit. Like he's not
Okay.
like Precious at all.
Okay.
He actually reminds me of Alex, actually.
Yeah, I can see that.
He definitely remind me of Alex.
Yeah, I'm weak.
And
Fucking Alex is
yeah,
shallow as fuck.
he definitely remind me of Alex. Especially when it comes to like fat people. Like, he hates fat people. It's like it's hilarious, right? And and yeah, those are the three movies for me. Those are my top three movies that I've seen this year so far. Um, I can't wait to see again him.
Yeah.
That I'm very interested in seeing that movie. And even the Fantastic Four, I can't wait to see that too. But those are the three films. Those
This
are the.
nigga needs an aspirin.
It's better than Superman. I promise you, it's gonna be better than Superman.
Of course.
All right.
Of
So
course. But still, Fantastic Four, and it just got pushed back.
yeah, man, it might be bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, those are the three movies I recommend you go see. Do you have any other two movies other movies?
Uh, I just watched that African American Psycho, a hip hop freak story. It's the Diddy story. It's literally like
Please don't watch that.
if you watch American Psycho with Christian Bale, but you replace him with Diddy, that's exactly what this is.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I
Yeah.
saw that he showed me the trailer. It was pretty good. It was alright. It was alright. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna front. It was alright. But don't ever compare it to American Psycho. That's one of my favorite films of all time.
No, you can't. I mean, it would never match it. Like, honestly, the best thing about that film is when it goes to make homage to American Psycho versus, like, let's just have, like, another scene of Diddy being awkward. Because there are, like, scenes where he's just being regularly awkward, and then there's the American Psycho level of awkwardness.
Mm.
And then,
You got another movie?
um, not that I can think of, not off the top of my head.
Um, what I read, okay, here's two films, and I just gotta leave it with this. It's two films that I wouldn't recommend people go see. That new Warfare movie. That Warfare movie is terrible.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of like. I mean, it got a few good scenes in there, but I felt like it was a waste of time making that movie. To be honest with you, and also, um, and also, I don't know. Oh, the Drop movie. That movie was I. That movie was I recommend
Intro starts out with Drake saying drop, 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 drop,
that.
and then,
I hope they make that shit. I hope they make a movie about that.
I would laugh if they did that. I would want to see it just so they can have like the whole thing where the security guard gets shot and nobody takes it like serious after like a certain while.
Mhm, mhm.
And it's just like, okay, now we're back to rapping. And it's just like somebody got shot in the middle of this. And clearly it was fake, but it's just like not fake, but like it was orchestrated.
Oh, you talking about when the
The security
security
guard,
got shot?
yeah, when it said someone was running around in his property, because I know people have, but like not during this.
Yeah, man. I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that shooting, man. We don't talk to the boys. Dude, start trying to talk to the feds, bro.
Say "Ovi ho"
All
in the chat, y'all.
right, all right, Marshall. What could Where can the people find you?
Yo, you can find me on TikTok and Instagram __ LONGMA __ and check me out on YouTube MARZ LONGMA.
Tell this guy to finish his film, man. Got another
Comment.
good film. No, don't. Call him. Whoever, whoever knows this guy, man. Try to convince him to finish his film. Dr. Diaspora, please, please.
Shout out to Rock the Diaspora.
And you can find me on Cutter Butter on Instagram. You want to close out?
And until next time, that has been Sweat the Critique. And until then, don't sweat the critique.
All right, y'all take care.
Paya.
Man.